Good morning, everybody. So, I would really like to title this particular video Respect for the Father. Now, I could make this video into maybe three, and I might, so we will see. But I thought that the most important thing was to start off with something that has been on my heart for some time, and that has been the lack of respect for a masculine type of authority. Now, I should point out that a masculine type of an authority is, of course, it's possible for men or women to basically assert a kind of masculine authority. But I see a masculine authority as the kind of authority that really, really helps judge between maybe if we take children as an example, we make sure that one child respects the rights and the boundaries of the other child, and when it's not really working well, we basically correct the child that is doing wrong. I also see a masculine type of authority as being where you can give a correction to a person that actually really helps them to grow as a human being or as a person that is vital to their success. It might not be pleasant advice, but it is still very good advice that ultimately is incredibly crucially important to the success and well-being of the person. And we have to really, really understand that in society, there is a real disrespect for masculine authority that is really growing in a very extreme way in the Western world. We see that with a lot of the anger towards white males, or the male role in general. We also see that in regards to the collective anger against the police. I really hit these particular buttons quite often because I find it to be so serious. And masculine authority, when it goes wrong or it needs to be reformed, it's very easy to pick at, and it's very easy to sort of to criticize. But it is one of the most important aspects that society can have in order to make sure that citizens are not only safe from outsiders, but are also safe from the darkness within every single human heart, male or female. So we need masculine authority and a masculine type of serving to people. We really, really, it's a crucial role for society. Also, too, you can say that God operates, God operates in all kinds of authority. And he can be very masculine and he can be very feminine too. But ultimately, what we see with God the Father is a masculine type of male authority. And the advice that he gives to men in regards to how to serve their wives and how to serve their children is basically how to operate in a masculine type or a godly type of authority. So we see, in my opinion, in the Western world, a real attack against masculine authority and against the male role. And men are perhaps more and more feeling tempted to back off and to not correct and to not really take charge because they're being attacked. And it's one way of basically undermining authority is to attack and to criticize and to accuse. Another way that I really believe that this manifests, and one of the things that I feel to be the most crucial in regards to society, is that there is a lack of honor and a lack of respect for these kinds of ministers. So not only do we see it in police, not only do we see it in men in general, not just white men, but men in general, but we also see it in ministers and pastors whose job is really to correct and to help guide people into the promised land. And if you have a whole group of people basically shooting at the minister constantly and constantly giving him problems, constantly wearing them down, not giving them respect, not giving them honor, not serving them back, you get a lot of really burnt out ministers. You get a lot of really burnt out, very angry, very frustrated ministers who feel like, why am I doing this? Why am I helping people? So I really, really want to encourage people to start to recognize, to be a lot more aggressive in recognizing service that has been done to them in a lot of different ways. It's very wonderful when somebody cooks you a meal when you're hungry, more of a female type of service or serving. It's very wonderful to get the comfort of a mother when you're sad and someone just holds you and says everything is all right. It's very easy to show gratitude when somebody, pays your bills or gives you a present or something else like that. I mean, it's very easy to appreciate those kinds of acts of service. But it is not always as easy or as fun to really recognize the fathers in our lives and those people who minister to us, train us, raise us up, give us the hard word that we need to hear, but we don't always find to be comfortable or easy. So I really truly believe that the masses need to sort of become extremely good at recognizing and honoring and giving back to those people who serve them. It doesn't matter if it's acts of service like a mother, but especially for fathers, and especially in a day and age where masculine authority is under so much attack. This is the first video I'm going to really just, I'm creating kind of a foundation. I really want to explain one of the reasons why this is so wonderful and so important for the masses to hear, and what it will do for them to actually give back and to pay honor and to pay somebody their dues. So, oh yes, just a note, in case you are curious about why I never close my door, it is because I don't have a lot of room for something, and I have it in my closet, and it doesn't quite work to close my closet door. So it's not that I'm not just, compulsively closing doors. I would love to close my closet door, but I actually can't right now. And that is really, truly, it's beneficial to be that way at this particular time anyways. So that is my video, and I will continue on with the next video in just a second to really explain why it's so important to give back, and especially to fathers.